from Japan. I'd like to begin by sincerely thanking the organizer for the opportunity to deliver my keynote speech presentation. I truly appreciate the invitation. So let me introduce myself a little bit first. Professionally, I work as a management consultant at PwC Consulting Japan, where I support large-scale digital transformation and strategy initiatives. In addition to my consulting work, I'm deeply engaged in higher education as well. I serve as adjunct professor and dean at Tokyo Business and Language College, and also lecture at Globis University Graduate School of Management in Japan. I further contribute to academic research as an adjunct postdoctoral research fellow as well at Showa Women's University, and now finally Eudoxia Research University, USA, from this month. Thank you very much for inviting me. And academically, I hold a doctorate in business administration from the Swiss School of Business and Management in Geneva. And my research focuses on the intersection of generative AI and corporate governance. Actually, it's really hot topic recently, with a particular emphasis on how emerging technologies are transforming business practices and the risks that come with them. Some of my recent work includes actually three things. The generative AI governance paradox. It means exploring how firms can drive innovation while maintaining ethical and regulatory oversight. The second one is the generative AI sales paradox, examining how AI can improve B2B sales scalability while potentially weakening human-led customer relationships. And the last one is, it was my thesis dissertation, valuation and application of the metaverse in CRM, particularly in the context of the manufacturing sector. So today, I will be sharing insights from my latest research on AI governance, highlighting the challenges multinational firms face and offering ideas for how we might move forward with both innovation and integrity. So let's begin with the core paradox of generative AI. As you know, generative AI is transforming how businesses operate. It's driving efficiently, unlocking new levels of creativity, and fueling across nearly every sector. But as powerful as it is, it also brings serious governance concerns. This is where the paradox lies. On one hand, we want to accelerate innovation, but on the other hand, we must ensure transparency, accountability, and compliance, especially in complex global organizations. The challenge is especially acute for multinational firms. They must not only manage the technical aspects of AI, but also navigate a landscape of diverse legal systems, ethical expectations, and stakeholder scrutiny. So the central question of this research is, how can firms fully embrace the potential of generative AI while still governing it responsibly? So that's the tension we're going to explore today. As our research shows, there are three core governance challenges that multinational firms face when integrating generative AI into their operations. The first one is transparency. Many AI systems operate as so-called black boxes, meaning their decision-making processes are difficult, even impossible for a human to interpret. This lack of explainability makes it hard for organizations to justify outcomes or intervene when something goes wrong. Second one is accountability. When an AI system makes a flawed or biased decision, the question becomes, who is responsible? Is it the developer, user, vendor, or the company. So this ambiguity can create significant legal and reputational risks, especially when AI is involved in high stakes decisions. The third one is regulatory fragmentation. Multinational firms are navigating a global maze of inconsistent AI laws and ethical standards. A solution that is fully compliant in one country may raise red flags in another. This lack of harmonization makes it difficult to scale AI systems globally while remaining compliant and ethical. Together, these challenges form the foundation of what we call the generative AI governance paradox, a tension between rapid technological advancement and the slower evolution of oversight frameworks. Let me now share some of the key findings from our survey and interviews. We found that 65% of multinational firms reported having some form of AI governance framework in place. That sounds promising until you look closer. In reality, only 30% of those firms actually meet global governance standards. So while many companies are taking steps in the right direction, there's still a significant gap between intention and execution. More importantly, our analysis shows that governance effectiveness depends not just on whether framework exists, but how strong and empowered they are. Firms that had both robust AI transparency tools and empowered ethics boards, meaning boards with real decision-making authority, reported 48% fewer governance failures, including issues like bias, compliance violations, or reputational damage. They're also 35 less likely to face regulatory investigations related to their AI use. In contrast, firms that had advisory-only ethics boards, those without real authority, saw little to no improvement in outcomes. So the message is clear. It's not just about having governance tools, it's about giving them power. So based on our findings, I'd like to close by sharing 4 strategic recommendations for organizations aiming to govern generative AI responsibly while still fostering innovation. First, implement explainable AI tools. Transparency is really essential. Tools like explainable AI, XAI, so it can help stakeholders understand how decisions are made and intervene when needed. Second, empower ethics boards with real authority. It's not enough to have advisory boards that simply review proposals. These bodies need a voice at an executive level so they can shape decisions, not just react to them. Third, push for international governance standards. Multinational firms operate across jurisdictions with conflicting rules. Advocating for harmonized global standards will help reduce risks and increase scalability. And fourth, adapt hybrid governance models that balance innovation with oversight. This means building governance into the design of your AI systems, not treating it as an afterthought. Because at the end of the day, generative AI is not just a technical challenge, it's a governance one. And in a world increasingly driven by AI, responsible AI isn't just a regulatory box to check, it's the new competitive edge. It's kind of short presentation, but thank you very much for your attention today. As a big seen, generative AI offers extraordinary potential, but it also challenges us to rethink how we govern technology in a global, fast-moving environment. So yeah, especially multinational firms are at the forefront of this transformation. And with that leadership comes responsibility, not only to innovate, but to do so transparently, ethically, and sustainably. So once again, thank you very much for the organizers of TECHNOVA 2025 for the opportunity to speak, and to all of you for being part of this important conversation. Thank you very much for the opportunity. That'll be all for my keynote presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And may I request each and everyone to give the big hand to Dr. Nakajima. That's for such an excellent and incredible presentation in this TECHNOVA 2025 and showing the application of the Gen AI into the different field, as well as what are the precautions that we have to take, that's ethical considerations, and how AI will play the role. Let us have the discussion on this. So now the session is open for discussion. So I would like to take the opportunity to have the messages and the remark by our experts in this discussion. First, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our professor, Dr. Joseph Datsenser here to add his comment regarding the presentation of Dr. Nakajima, Dean from Tokyo, Japan.
Thank you very much for unmuting me to give my comments on the keynote address of Dr. Nakajima. It was beautifully thought out presentation of generative AI in business strategies. He was able to carefully present his argument on AI and governance. Today, that is the field where everyone needs proper arrangement of governance. All over the globe, governance is being, pointed out by many experts. And Dr. Vijay Kumar took up that particular area where he was insisting on how there must be transparency, accountability, and regulatory fragmentation of governance. Excellent preparation, and then he has presented it very carefully, crafted it well, and presented it well. Superb presentations. Congratulations, Dr. Nakajima. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the comment. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Datsenser. Big hand for our Professor Datsenser. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute here Dr. Sukhbinder Singh to add his comment regarding the presentation of Dr. Nakajima.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Nakajima from Japan for highlighting very important aspect. I just wonder in terms of the sales, which is strictly maneuvered by the human relationships. Then comes the AI. Now we can have the AI to help us build proposals, maybe pitch decks in the companies, in the corporates. But ultimately, it should be led by the humans. And it is a very interesting amalgamation of human emotions versus AI. We are like a friend buddies walking in hand to hand together to achieve our goal, that is our customer satisfaction. This is a very interesting topic, and I must congratulate you for picking this very important. And we must think about it. We must think about it because this indirectly and directly leads to the proposition that how corporates, and especially in the government sector, how they will adopt, as you have said, that they are not fully, it's like 30% you're stating. So we have to maybe more vibrant, but ultimately, I will feel that they will come, that maybe that human emotions that is required in sales, either in B2B or B2C, can be replaced by the AI. I don't know. Nova 2025.
Thank you very much for your comment.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Singh, for such a wonderful comment. And also, making one that thoughtful, I think, that process that, yeah, whether the AI will replace that all this marketing part, B2B, B2C, and this is still a big question. We have seen that so many companies are adopting AI, and automation in AI already started, because now we are entering from machine learning to deep learning process. And I think that in near future, we may enter from Gen AI to the next level of the artificial intelligence, because it is only the starting of the artificial intelligence. And no one can say like that, whether we have to make the team like that. Yesterday also we are discussing that AI and human, that machine and human will make the team to win the game. And in future, maybe most of the corporates, especially that those who are using the digital marketing, those who are into the digital world, using the internet, then they will definitely use, I think, that AI into their business. And now this is time to have the message by the keynote speaker. So this is a great honor and pleasure for us to have the presentation by Dr. Nakajima here. And now this is time to have one keynote speaker address note, one short address note to as an advisory note to all the academicians and the researchers, those who were present here, that how, if they wanted to start their research in this particular field, how they should start, the process. One advice from the keynote speaker. Over to Dr. Nakajima.
Thank you very much. Once again, thank you for the great opportunity. I'm really honored. And as we've seen, actually, generative AI offers extraordinary potential beginning from a couple of years ago. But it also challenges us to rethink how we govern technology in a global, fast-moving environment. So there are not so much, let's say, literatures in the group, but yeah, we need to keep researching first, and also let's see, the compiling the survey and the interview, and we just let's see, find some theories, academic theory in the future. Thank you very much for your opportunity again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that was, I think, that super exciting session by Dr. Nakajima. Please give the big hand for such an incredible, iconic presentation in this TECHNOVA 2025. And best wishes from our side. And we feel like that in near future also, we will have more and more presentation by your side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now this is time to move forward to our next keynote speaker. So what we have seen, that one after another, that wonderful presentations are going on, and from the different parts of the world. Now this is time to welcome our next keynote speaker, Dr. Suresh Gopishand Aishaf, Associate Professor from the Department of Education, Tilak College of Education, Pune, Maharashtra, India. May I request this and everyone to welcome Suresh Aishaf with a big hand from our side in this TECHNOVA 2025. And I'm pretty much sure that all the academicians will enjoy the presentation of Dr. Suresh Aishaf. Thank you very much for joining. And now the session is over to you.
Namaste, and thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to be present on this international platform. I think this is the time and this is the very important occasion where we are collaborating with each other. That is most hottest topic in the field of education, that is AI in education. Yes. Since yesterday we have seen that how AI being used in different faculties, different branches, like someone told about physics, someone told about space engineering, and someone from marketing. So it is a really a great pleasure to be on a multidisciplinary platform that is very well propagated by the National Policy of Education 2020, that we should be multidisciplinary. And we are here with not only with a multidisciplinary but multi-continental discussions. So before going to start with my presentation, I would like to share my experiences. I have made 2 MOOC courses, and I'm running 2 courses from my college. One is Cyber Smart Teacher and second is AI in Education. So while making AI in education, we as a part of assignment, we have kept the assignment on certain questions, and we have said that assignment should be handwritten and that it should not be generated by AI. Now, when we had a discussion with the students in the on that forum, students were saying you are running the program that how AI can be used in the education, and you are not allowing us to use the AI to submit the assignments. So this is the kind of contradiction, and we thought over on it, and then we agreed and we changed our instructions, the guideline, and then we said yes, it's possible. You can use the AI, because this is the course where we are telling, where we are saying that AI can be used, and on the other hand, we are not allowing. So we taken back that decision and we allow students to make use of AI. Second experience I would like to share that when I have sent one article to for the publication on artificial intelligence itself, and the publisher called me back and they said, "Ki, we need a certificate that this article is not generated by the AI." Now see these two occasion, two scenario where we are on the one hand we are saying everyone should use the AI in education. On the other hand, we are saying we are not allowing to make use of AI in actual settings. So this is a kind of dilemma, and that's why I come with my topic, that is what are the expected guidelines that is supposed to be placed in the field of education. So this is what I'm going to propose this my guidelines for the fair and ethical use of education. Because no, everywhere we can see there are two aspects. If we start debate in any classroom, any house, there will two aspects, that AI should be used, it should not be used, or there these are the conditions where we should use, and these are the conditions where we should not use. So this dilemma exists because of the lack of the proper guidelines for each institution. Like suppose there is a conference. In the conference it is supposed to be told that I have prepared this AI, the PPT by AI itself, or I should not say it, just I use it. So I think the dilemma is there because of the lack of the guidelines. So I would like to propose few of the guidelines, and I would expect from all the learned audience to reflect on it and try to make the addition and it or deletion of it, so it will be improvised. And somewhere I would like to spread the word that there should be a guidelines for each and every institution, universities, so that can be helping teachers and students whether exactly it should be used or it should not be used. If it is used, then how it should be used. So though to define a certain limitation for everything, I think there is a requirement of guidelines of ethical use of guidelines. Like OECD education report said, the technology can amplify the great teaching, but it cannot be replace the poor teaching. So of course, everyone is trying to use the teaching. I am a teacher educator, and many of the students are working in a different educational institution as a teacher, as a faculty. So they always ready, they always excited to make use of different kind of AI tools in education. So we cannot say that we cannot use. Yes, we can use, but we need a certain guidelines for that. As Niti Aayog said, there are guidelines given by the Niti Aayog to make use of AI in all the 5 sectors. They have mentioned few of the guidelines of using the AI in education too. So the prime concern that is raised by the Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog is a planning commission in India. They do the broader planning of the country development. So it is called Niti Aayog. Niti means the policy, and Aayog means the commissions. It's a policy commission that plans the development plans in the country. So they say that AI in education isn't about machines, it is about equity. If we don't regulate it, the digital divide will become an intellectual divide. Suppose there is a conference and there are two presenter. One has prepared the presentation by using the AI, and the other has not used that AI and they have prepared their own. So you will find the quality, the presentation, the look of both of the presentation is different because one has used AI and other has not used. So that is clearly creating an intellectual divide. So it should not be happen, and that's why I think the Niti Aayog rightly said that we need to regulate it. on each and every level, because suppose on the other scenario there are assignment given to the student, one is submitting with AI and without AI. So I think with AI will be definitely will getting more marks, and that is also creating intellectual divide. So because in the lack of the guidelines these things are happening, and that's why so Niti Aayog and means Planning Commission also has said that there should be there is a need to be have the regulation in the how to use the AI in education. So prevent the bias and discrimination, as we can say the AI is not a neutral as we expect. This is the machine, but this is not the machine only, or this is not the software program only. The bias of the person who developed that AI, who are contributing the development of that. So the bias of that person may be reflected into the models, AI models that they are developing. If you try to ask the both two different competitive AI, say ChatGPT and DeepSeek, sometimes when they are giving the negative experiences, negative examples of AI, they quote each other. They do not quote self. So we can see that kind of bias is there. Suppose we ask some question based on the gender, caste, and language biases. So that also can be there. So if to prevent that bias, there need to be a guideline, certain guideline that which AI model can be used as a data. Because in India, we can see the caste and religion are very much prominent factor in the social interaction. And if suppose such a people are sitting to develop that AI, the AI will also going to see in the with their side. So I think AI should be checked properly whether they are in proper language or not. Even the bias can be found on the basis of on the regional languages and disadvantaging the rural students. So that can be there. So when we are saying that one particular AI can be used, whether it is eligible to or whether it is competent to speak or the communicate in different regional languages, that should be used only. Otherwise, the person who is knowing better English, she will be going to forward in that particular field. So I think that should be to prevent the bias and discrimination. There is a need of proper regulation that how it should be used. Protect student privacy. We suppose we want to have the result analysis of the particular standard and division. So we upload the Excel sheet to the AI, and AI will give us the analysis of that particular result. They will create a result sheet for us. They will give the analysis of that result. We will get the result, but what will happen with the data that is provided to the AI? Because many of the time we need to provide the input, we need to give them a prompts. So to provide the prompt, sometimes they ask to upload the data, school data, and that data is uploaded means that is the property of that particular AI, and those AI platform can sell the information of the students to the different entities. So because if you see the AICT has found that 60% of Indian edutech apps share the data with the advertisers. Like 10 standard, 12 standard, they are giving to the private classes, then private classes calling to the parent that if you want to take the admission in this class and that class. So that happens. So because there are lack of guidelines that which you take or app should be used, these guidelines should be guided by the boards, maybe state boards or CBSE boards or the universities or the government. Someone should take forward and someone should inform that student privacy cannot be breached. So there is a very Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. It has a guidelines. If someone want to go and try to protect the student privacy, they should follow the guidelines mentioned by the DPDP Act 2023 of India government. Third, ensure that ethical use, no cheating and plagiarism. Student misuse the chat GPT for the assignment and reducing the critical thinking. And that's why Delhi University banned AI for thesis writing in 2023. Now, this is the contradiction that teachers can use to prepare the questionnaire. They can prepare the questions by using the chat GPT, but students cannot solve the assignment by using the chat GPT. Of course, these are two different scenarios. The aim of the two different activities are different, but still there should be a guideline. Can teacher use and can student not use? So suppose Delhi University has banned AI, that is fine. Such a kind of clear guideline should be there, so there will be not the discrimination of the people. Someone is using and someone is not using because there is absence of the guidelines. So such kind of guidelines should be issued by each and every institution, each for every professional organizations. If you are conducting the conference, you are publishing the paper, if there is a journal, so what kind of integration of AI is accepted and what kind of AI is not accepted. Sometimes when you wish to publish some paper, they ask you the certificate that this AI is not generated, this paper is not generated by AI. But there is no authentic tool who is saying that this is giving the clear-cut idea that this paper is created by AI or not. It's very difficult to find out. And even I tried that. I typed the matter in my language and I tried to upload and I tested, but still that is saying 40% used by AI and 60% by HI, that is human intelligence. So I tried many times on a different site, different tools, try to find out whether any particular AI is there who can identify that the particular article is created by human intelligence or the artificial intelligence. So, but I didn't found any kind of tool. So that I asked that particular entity that you provide the link, you provide the website or tool, and you say ask yes, you go to this website and get the certificate of whether it is AI generated or not, and that submit. But there is no suggestion by that particular entity. So this happened because there are no guidelines, and I think that's why the problems arises. To bridge the digital divide, only 40% government schools having AI ready infrastructure. And if we are trying to implement the AI, the integration of AI in education, what happened to next 88% of the government school where there is no infrastructure of AI? Then how AI will not create the digital divide, and how it can be tackled? So there should be a proper guidelines whether AI can be integrated or it cannot be integrated. If integrated, then what kind of nature it should be having. So there should be a common guidelines issued by the government to make use of integration that will restore and that will not allow the digital divide. Define the AI versus teachers role in a school, because generally in the conferences or from the different forum, the speakers, the chairmans of the some institution, the government leaders, the political leader, everyone try to promote the use of AI. And sometimes it is being blamed that you are not you have used the AI, so that will not be accepted. There are two contradictions sometimes because it's very subjective. So it should be defined whether what is the role of teacher, what is the role of AI. If that is the guideline. If you see the Hyderabad's robot teacher experiment, where one robot teacher was brought to the schools and she was in the lady form and she used to speak, she used to communicate with the student, but that failed because due to the no human support. So if there is a proper guideline to how these are the role of the teachers and these are the role of AI, so that can be definitely going to be. There is a robo called Sophia, is very much advanced robots, and that speaks, that answers any of the questions. So those robot even can be used as a teacher, but how it can be used, how many robots should be there in a school, how many teachers should be in a school, who will take the assignment, who will interact with students. So everything will be should be defined to clarify the guideline of defining the role of AI and teacher. Prepare the students for an AI in future, like one of as per the World Economic Forum to 2025, they said 80% of the future jobs need AI collaboration skills. So but in our schools we do not have any kind of AI integration. Recently from CBSE board had introduced a topic, a subject that is going to be taught from 9 to 12 standard, that is AI in education or artificial intelligence coding, that is recently being introduced. But if you want to make our every student, each and every student from regional schools to international schools, we need to define what kind of AI can be integrated, so that will be the students will be skilled to do their job by using the AI skills. Yes, students are very much active on it. If you see the kids of fifth or sixth standard, even they can use different kind of AI from their parents' mobile, and parents are not that much aware about that, but kids are. So as per their age requirement and psychology, they are very much in learning and they love the technology, they love the mobiles, and they know how to use the different kind of apps that is helping to improvise some kind of features. So if we want to integrate the AI in a school education, it should be integrated from very last students of the rural and Adivasi schools, from the international schools, or the where the fees are too much high. So there should be a guideline how it can be integrated, and students should be prepared. And when I'm saying students should be prepared, each and every student should be prepared. It should not be like that some schools are integrating the AI collaboration skill and some are not. So that is again we are creating the digital divide in the country, and that is, I think, that is not the fair one. As we see, our constitution always said that there should be equity, and I think the equal opportunity should be provided, and that's why there is a proper guideline to have the AI integration in the school education. Then stop misinformation and deepfake. There are many deepfake AI generated deepfakes happening. No, any video can be circulated on WhatsApp, saying that these are the war videos, these are the no riots videos the people are doing on the name of the religion, on the name of the caste. They are fighting with each other, and the videos are totally deep fake, and it's very difficult to identify it. So student, if as a member of the society, students are believing such kind of deep fake, I think that is harmful for the structures of Indian society, the harmony and love. On that basis we are living from thousands of years. So if students are aware, they will be definitely being alert citizen. They will see whether the video is AI generated or fake, and then only they will see the fact checking of the things, and then they will say. It's called one popular word in the media, that is WhatsApp University. It said that the many things are on the WhatsApp University are fake, and because they are not getting identified, they are spread as a fact, and that create the harm in the society. India's current AI education guideline, if you want to refer something, that the Niti Aayog has a national strategies for AI intelligence. They have, I think in that they have given the 5 to 6 sectors where they are explaining how these AI can be integrated in the field of different sectors. Like they have given the science and technology, agriculture, education. In that way, they have given the certain guidelines. So that is the basic national strategy. If any want to define it, should be aligned with that strategy. Then second, that is Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. It should be also followed. It's saying that no one can share their information without their permission. And we can see the school colleges, they are having some agreement. They are getting some educational apps or some uh, student learning management LMS data management apps or the platform. They are easily providing the data, and those LMS platform, they are selling the student data to anyone. So that is absolutely against the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So the school or colleges should see whether the company they are hiring for the LMS or website or any kind of digital data handling, the concerned company should be following the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, and they should be adhere to that only. NEP, National Education Policy, even that is also mentioned the many guidelines in a generic manner. And CBSE AI curriculum, the textbooks and the handbooks are available. If you want to refer, that can be well and good. Now, what is not there in the policy, the rural implementation, how we can implement these guidelines into the rural condition where the schools not having any kind of infrastructure. Will not it create the digital divide among the rural area and urban area? Teacher training, it's UNESCO 2023 said that 70% of Indian teachers lack of AI skill. So this is good or bad, this is different thing. But if this is the condition, then are we not creating the digital divide of the 70% not having the AI skills and 30% having the AI skills? So that is going to make a definitely digital divide in the education, and that is not according to our constitution, where equal opportunity is not being followed. And that's why the recommendation it can be made that there can be a mandate to AI training in the B.Ed education program here in our Savitribai Phule Pune University. We have started to implementing the compulsory factor that is AI in our B.Ed program, and there should be proper funds and labs in the Anganwadis, that is pre-primary education and government schools, where they will be eligible potentially to make use of different kind of AI tools in education. Now, in a quick manner, I will just try to propose some guidelines. I would like to have the suggestions on it from everyone in this learning platform, that some can be added or some can be deleted. Uh, for policymaker, develop the clear AI policies, like who are sitting on the decision making, like the school management, the college management, the university, the government, the UGC, the NCT, the AICT, or any everything, who are in the position of taking the decisions or deciding the policy, they should take the policy decision. As we yesterday speaking in, one of the speaker was saying that they are these companies, AI companies are making the profit in trillions, and they don't have, they don't bother any government policies. Even they are ready to pay the fine that we discussed yesterday. So even if though, but still we need to have the proper policy for education, how AI can be used in education, because there are many generic statements, but there are no specific guidelines provided by some authorities. So there should be policies, and it should be policies to different act and different international guidelines, and ensure the equity and accessibility of whatever we are. If we make the, suppose we keep one paper compulsory in a standard 5, but whether that paper is can be taught to the each and every schools, if it is possible, then only implement. Otherwise, we need to think what to do. Regulate the AI content and algorithm. Suppose we are promoting, generally when we say, we give examples of chat GPT, we say the name chat GPT, it means clearly we are indirectly we are promoting the chat GPT. When we are saying, if we are not saying deep fake, we are not saying other AIs, but we say chat GPT, it means indirectly we are promoting the chat GPT. And if suppose there are some lacunas in chat GPT, those will be carried forward to the students learning. So what I want to say, that regulate the AI content, teachers and parents and students, everyone should go through, and they should see whether that particular AI is responding unbiasedly, has that proper unbiased system or not. So whatever is there, the bias should be removed, because you try to ask some question to the chat GPT when you are not using or deep seek. Someone I read one article where they are saying that if you ask something to the deep seek about China, they do not answer, or they give very positive or very generic answer, but they do not answer what is that is the factual. So those are not only software program, those are developed by the human only. And the kind of advantage or say merits and demerits of that particular software team members, that will going to reflect in that particular AI. So AI is also biased. You try to ask some question based on ethical, based on race, you will get different kind of answers, and some are, you may not agree with some of the answers. So we cannot just blindly depend on the AI key. This AI is very good, this AI is not good. So when we want to implement, we want to integrate, we need to specify that how though the content will be observed by the teachers, by the supervisor, by the students, parent. And whenever you get any kind of feedback, there is a bias, there is a something, some kind of different things. It should be regulated, and that should be informed to the parent that these kind of things are there in that particular AI. No, AI is not 100% sure. You try sometime, you give them some questions, MCQ questions or riddle or anything, and then when they give you answer, you try to reply. You contradict with them. You say that this answer is not good. I am not satisfied. You are incorrect. You will find they are giving different answers. So even they are not confident, they are not 100% sure that that is correct only. They again change their opinion according the responses given. So I have tried many times. I have uploaded some puzzles to them, that there are how many circles, how many triangles in there in that particular figure image. They answer it. I say, no, it's not 17. You are saying it's 19. Count again. It counts and it say you are correct. It's 19. Then I say, no, it's not 19. It's 17. Again says, yes, it's 17. So I had tried these things, and I had tried, and I have seen that these are not confident, these are not sure about what they are saying. They try to satisfy you. It's not correct or it's not incorrect. They are satisfied to try to give the answer that will be satisfy the consumer. No, it not be fact based. So if certainly if because it is called machine learning. If the particular AI is found that you belongs to a particular political ideology, so they will answer you according to your political ideology, not according to the facts. No, it's happened, and I have tried, and that's why I'm saying this. So these AIs are not regular, and it cannot be trusted blindly. Second thing, the teachers, as we see, the very few teachers are AI skilled, others are not. So the training should be provided, the fund should be provided by the policymaker to arrange the AI literacy program for them, so that they will become the AI skilled teachers, and that will definitely help the students to get more AI skilled. Select the ethical tools, try to have the strong privacy policies, because when you are using some software, some AI developed by our enemy countries, and if we are giving everything to them, so they are going to use that data in different way. So like we see that there are certain apps banned by the Indian government, or there are certain platforms banned by our government of India. So these things happen. We should follow that, because government has some kind of insight behind that. We need to follow that, and that should be same should be followed by the policy makers. Because on the AI is also including the cyber threat, that should be an alert thing. AI is not different from the cyberspace. They are the part of cyberspace, and whenever we are there in cyberspace, we are in the threat always. So ensure that our data, the data privacy, whatever we see, we want just the result. If we do not care about the privacy, that is very harmful thing to everyone's privacy. I just want, because I want to reduce my work. That's why I'm uploading the student file on the AI. I'm getting the answers. My work is done. I'm happy. I'm submitting the report to the authorities. But what is about that thing that we have uploaded, we have breached ourselves to the school data, college data, university data to the AI tools. They can use in any ways. So train the teachers with the best practices, how and how ethical use can be done, and how cyber security aspect can be handled. Generally, we completely ignore the cyber security aspect and data privacy aspect when we are using the AI in education. Suppose we are uploading our photos to some particular AI, and we are getting it converted in the cartoon form, in the pictures form, or we are aligning two photos together. So in that way, we are getting the results, and we are happy with that. But what is the data privacy aspect? We are provided them the photos. They are getting those photos, and remember, they can do anything with that photos, because it's their property once it is uploaded. When we are doing researches, when we want some result analysis in our research, we upload the files to our research files, maybe student data in Excel file upload, and we tell them to have the t-test or the comparison, or in ANOVA, MANOVA, anything. So they give us, but on the other hand, we have uploaded our private research data to the AI, and that can be used anyways by those research platforms, those AI platforms. So I think that should be properly considered, that using AI is not fully safe. It's not about we can trust them blindly. Use the AI as a support tool, not a replacement. It's about contribution. Like we can define the percentage of human intelligence and AI whenever we are doing any educational activities. So we need to have the person who can handle the AI tools. It means we have to take the assistant. Previously, we take the assistant little bit less. Now we are increasing the part of the technology more, but still we need to have the that kind of integration of AI tools in education. So teach critical AI literacy. Uh, it's not about only just promoting the certain platforms on the for using those for educational purpose. That's fine. It's our duty, it's our pleasure to share the different kind of tools to the teachers or students or parents that this can be used. But think about critical literacy is not randomly getting the thing because we are getting free, we are spreading and we are saying these tools are very useful in education. No, we should verify the literacy as the data privacy aspect, the history of the company, the government policy, what our government said. So it should be checked. And because AI generated content is not always correct, it's not always true, because it is made, sometimes it is collected, the AI tool, they collect the information from the internet, whatever is available, and they try to summarize it and they try to give it. So if on the internet they found the wrong information, the result will be wrong. So teach the critical AI literacy is very important. Verify the AI generated content, whether it is not. So whatever content comes, try to check the factor. Like you try to give the riddles when if you are giving them the questions. I have tried since sometimes I have given them the topics and I had asked them to draw to make the questions of 20 marks. And I found after 2-3 efforts, the AI tried to include some of the questions from the previous chats. Means I was asking about geography questions and it included some questions from the political science. It's taken the question from memory and it included some question from the political science into geography. Then I tried and then tried, and once I tried, I found that the reliability is very less, the validity is very less. So this is called the critical AI literacy. We cannot just blindly and just to get magnified, that's very good and it's very that it's not like that. So understand the AI bias, understand the AI generated contents, very useful. And I think on this platform I'm very happy that I'm giving the opportunity to share my thoughts with you, because these are very what I think very important things, because I am teaching in a B.Ed college. So I'm very lucky that I can share this kind of insight with the teachers, and I think teachers can multiply this attitude with the students. Protect the students' privacy, encourage the ethical use of AI. Then it should be according to the guideline. You can tell student that student can collect the information, but write in your own words. You can summarize, you can verify. But on the other hand, you also teach the student that what is the ethical use of AI in education. I use the AI as a responsibly, because suppose I'm making this presentation, but I have made this presentation myself. I have not taken this template. I have selected from different site. At the content I prepared, I collected some information from Niti Aayog's website, from UNESCO's website. I tried to collaborate. Few of the point I have taken, I have asked AI that give me some content in that way, and I combine all the things and I process on it, and then I make it here. If someone is directly going to Canva and tell him then to give me the presentation on it, and they are giving the presentation along with the content, along with the images, that I think there is no sense to present that kind of presentation in some conferences. So this is a cheating. If we have prepared the AI the presentation by the help of the AI, I should declare that this I have prepared this AI this presentation by using this AI. That's no harm. Agree, accept, be transparent. Don't cheat. No, don't say that I have. Don't even don't be silent. That don't even not saying anything is it means you are cheating. So if you have prepared this presentation by the help of AI, I think personally I think we should declare it. Yes, I have prepared this presentation with the help of Canva or with the help of any other AI tools that is helping to prepare the presentation. But I should declare, I should give the credit to that particular AI that will create a kind of transparency. And I think the true academician is always should be that much transparent and acceptable. For parents should be informed. Parents are involved in a school education, not in a college education, but it's still they are involved in the school education. So it's there should be a policy for it. There should be a guideline that which tools can be used. The projects are given to the student. Many times they are done by the parents, or parents contribute their part in the making that project. And in that case, what tools can be used? What AI tools can be used? Which tool is better to make that particular project? it should be researched by the teachers and it should be informed to the parent, because parents are not expected to do this kind of research. It's our job as a teacher, and as a teacher I think we should inform to the parents which kind of tools are used and what is and do's and don'ts should be provided by the school. And of course that is we need a research from the teachers. We need to experience with the teachers that they are using that AI and they are giving the guidelines according to it. So for the guidelines to the edutech companies, they are supporting to provide the LMS, the website design, the apps to the schools and colleges. So they need to promote the digital literacy. They also be aware that the data privacy is important, and they should give the assurance that they are not selling the data without the permission of the parents, students, and school and colleges. And they should provide low cost and free AI tools. If you see any, if you know any Indian tools that is free of cost, just let me know, because I'm not aware any kind of free AI tool developed by any Indian software company. But I think there should be a free and low cost tools for education purpose, because we are not making money but we are providing the education. So these massive companies, they can contribute somewhere by providing free and low cost AI tools that will be useful for education. And also encourage the ethical AI development. Try to avoid the biased algorithm. Whenever these companies receive some feedback from the users, they try to remove those biases, remove those flaws from their softwares. And they should follow the strict data policy rules of that particular country, that particular region, and they should not cross it. So this is how the recommendation. There should be a proper collaboration of policymaker and educational institution, and then prioritize the human judgment. No, do not trust blindly on any AI generated content, and do not think that these bigger company are giving the free of cost services to us. They are not get nothing. They are getting our data, and they are producing their advanced version based on that our own data. So if they are giving a free services us to, it means they are earning money from some other means. That should be fixed in our mind. So it's not the companies which we can blindly trust it. So whenever there is a AI, yes, also consider the aspects of data privacy, also consider the aspects of cyber security, and continuously evaluate the AI impact on learning and privacy. It's a matter of researcher how this AI can affecting the abilities of critical thinking, abilities of creativity, abilities of joy, and these things, how those are affecting the academic skills of the teacher, students, and the psychological aspects of the student teacher. That should be regularly researched and those should be presented. But it does not mean that we should not use AI. AI should be used, because AI won't replace the teachers, but it will replace the teachers who don't use the AI. And such a platforms are giving the very brainstorming session. All the sessions are very good, and I think the guidelines, if such kind of guidelines are prepared by everywhere, I think that will be very good for education. That will give the clarity to each and every stakeholders of the education, and that clarity will be definitely helping to each other to be a better learner and better citizen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and a big hand for Dr. Suresh Aishe for such an excellent presentation in this platform. And I think that that was an incredible, wonderful presentation. Now the session is open for discussion, and I would like to take the opportunity to have the comment from our experts in this platform. So here we are going with our expert comment. I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our Professor Dr. Rajesh Kannur sir to add his comment regarding the presentation of Dr. Suresh Aisha.
Thank you, sir, for unmuting me. I congratulate Dr. Suresh for his excellent presentation. Of course, it was a very, very in-depth presentation about an AI in teaching learning. And also the guidelines, what he has highlighted is very true. always use AI as an assistance and for our own productivity, and it must be in a positive way. Okay, this is the ultimate goal. This I have concluded from your presentation. Thank you for highlighting the crux of today's problem, what we are facing today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kanur sir. I would like to take the opportunity to unmute Dr. Sukhbinder Singh also for his comment.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to also congratulate Dr. Suresh for highlighting very important aspect of AI, the artificial intelligence, in especially in nowadays what is happening in teaching and learning processes. But I have one take, a very different take on it. Instead of making the guidelines for the AI, I think we have to understand what AI is all about and how we can utilize AI. Because you see, in terms of human intelligence, if anyone comes to our college or universities or schools, I think to be intelligent, one very important factor, yes, memory is one part of it. And if you want to have a great memory, maybe someone call you intelligent, but I think it's about the creativity. It's about the intuition, the intuitiveness of a student, and learning by experience. So these are the very important component of intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence does not have now truly understanding of certain things that as a human intelligence is. They are blocks for the memory. So we can utilize that one particular aspect of human intelligence, that is the memory. So consider this, in olden days, that we have books in our bags. So we always try to get the reference from the book and then talk about certain things. Now consider these books being replaced by certain apps. But you are very true. How to use the AI, especially with the students and teacher relationship, it is very, very important. Now, certain universities are banning AI. I mean, I don't know what's the logic behind is, because you see, anyway, AI is here to stay. We have to embrace it, and we have to understand that it is not about the intelligence that AI is providing. It's about the data that it is providing so that we can utilize those data. Now, we can make certain guidelines that can encourage creativity. We can make certain guidelines that can encourage intuitiveness, especially in the learning format in colleges and universities, how to be creative, how to be critical, how to think differently. And then once I have a thought process, then I can go to AI and just ask that this is my thought process. What do you think about the previous data? And then it can give you a certain comparisons. But reasoning, which is very, very important, that has come to must become from the human intelligence. And for now, at least we can say that the truly understandable things, which are very simple logical things, AI failed to do that. But AI could give you certain examples which he can cite from the data. So this is very, very important, very intriguing. And I must congratulate you to highlight these things, very important things to discuss, especially with the ethics. Over to our Honorable Chief Patron.
Thank you. Thank you very much for such a wonderful discussion. I think that then this is very, very true that we need to understand first AI. Because the debate is going on whether we should use AI, we should not use AI, we should prepare the guideline, whether you can stop the SpaceX, whether the big question is that whether you can stop OpenAI or Grok 3. The question is open. So if any country is making even the guideline, well, our personal discussion, this is, I think that the speaker will throw the light on it. Say India will make some guideline. Whether this guideline is applicable to Grok 3 or DeepSeek, question is that one. So earlier days, I am remembering, just these are very funny things. I am remembering that in our examination, they have not allowed to use calculator. Those days, the teachers were thinking like that, if we are using calculator, it will reduce the numerical calculation ability of the student. And we are feeling like that to learning there's so many tricks to make it faster, that how much multiplication I can use by my mind, and I can do that one. But whether I am doing something better than the calculator, the question is that one. What I am learning, whatever the tricks I was learning, how I can do the bigger mathematics in my mind, it was not making me different from one simple calculator. So whatever the calculator do, if I am doing the same, so how I can be different from that machine? Now the same question, whenever computer come, some people were saying like that, no, we should use the typewriter, computer is very dangerous, and these are the things. Then you can understand the evolution of the Google and search engine. Then all most of the university and colleges are saying like that, we should not use the printed material, it should be handwritten. So all the students are using the Google, printed out the things, using one day for writing the same things. So we are just using more time to take the assignment, nothing more than it. It was only from the Google. It was only from the Google. And if you upload it and you check the plagiarism, now to check the plagiarism, it is for another AI. Again, funny things. That at the tuning time, the another AI will say that whether your written work is ethical or not. So therefore, they have introduced zero GPT. Now, if you are writing from, say, GPT, or you are writing from DeepSeek, or you are writing from any other AI, since AI is only examining whether your content is free for plagiarism or not, the funny thing is that they have also introduced another software so that you can translate your all the AI written works to humanized work. To humanize. So if you are using the Turnitin, now it will show that the zero plagiarism, nothing was taken from AI, and it was human writing, because you are using another 2-3 software to convert your writing for human writing. So what is our viewpoint? Truly, it is beyond the capacity of any government of any country. It is beyond the capacity of any educational institution to stop the use of AI. It is beyond our control. It's only the morality. Finally, the moral education, what we feel like that, if you say like that the thesis should not be created by AI, then also we have seen that the people are creating by AI, and then they are just converting it to the zero GPT, using zero GPT and converting it to the human written thesis. So whether we can control that booming industry of the AI, that trillionaires. Now the billionaires have become trillionaires. So trillionaires are showing their interest to develop some platform. I have seen yesterday, if you are using the Mac is having now new system. Yesterday, all Macs are coming with the new system, and they are introducing Apple Intelligence. Okay, if you have updated on yesterday the new version of the Mac software, then the Apple Intelligence. So these are becoming the competitions and the fights among, say, first earlier the Gemini versus ChatGPT. Gemini lost the game. Gemini was not that much efficient. Then Bing AI, Gemini, then ChatGPT, down ChatGPT, DeepSeek. Okay, now Grok 3, also the another player. And I do not know that in near future how many this AI player will come to play the role. But the practical thing is that if teacher is allowed, as our speaker very interestingly throwing the point and discussing, if teacher is allowed to use the ChatGPT for making the question, why not the student? So in future, I think that it will be who can use AI in a right manner, in an efficient manner, it will be question. So let us have the comment from the keynote speaker and know more about his advice to our all the academician scholar regarding this point. Over to Dr. Suresh Svan.
Thank you, Chief Patron, sir. Very important, very critical inputs you have given, and I think the topic was very extended up to that sense, and you have given really very, what we can say, life-related examples, and the different kind of AI that is going to be come and how it can be used. That is very I learned from that it's very important that whatever AI is there, it should be a sensible use of that particular AI. I would also like to thank Professor Dr. Rajesh sir and Dr. Sukhvinder Singh sir for reflecting the on the guidelines kind of things. Here, I would like to request and appeal all the learned participants that please try to initiate the guidelines issues in your institutions so we can think and we can provide certain kind of thing to the student and teacher, because when I am using this I should not feel guilt or I should not feel that or what I'm doing ethically wrong, I'm doing ethically incorrect, or I'm saying to student this is correct or this is not correct. So someone should say me that yes, these things are acceptable, these things are not acceptable, because otherwise it will be very subjective. I will always feel that am I cheating somewhere by using AI, or is it allowed? So I think such kind of discussion should be initiated in each and every institution, so certain things will come out that will not be in a negative sense, that banning AI is not the issue that really chief patrons are said. So I think, but in certain way that it should be giving a freedom to the users that it can be used a certain way and this cannot be used. And that will going to definitely achieve was the final achievement of the education system, that the all-round development of the students. And if that is helping in that way, that will be great. I'm very thankful to TECHNOVA 2025 that I'm happy to participate in this debate, and I'm very happy to be present over and sharing my views on guidelines of ethical use of AI in education. Thank you, Chief Patron Sir, for giving this opportunity and having such a brainstorming sessions.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh. And that was, I think, that incredible session. And as we have discussed, that artificial intelligence or AI and the ethical application of AI is always necessary. We can see in the chat box from our register, he is sharing that the GPT that we have built from our side, Eudoxia already introduced the GPT. If you are using Research Genius and if you are asking question, it is voice enabled also. If you ask any research related question to our GPT, it is in the link. If you see the message that Research GPT is there, so Research Genius can answer your any question, whether it is from mathematics, it is from social science, it is from history, or it is from the astrophysics or rocket science. That is AI. What we are sharing, that if you are earlier studying the book, now you can take the support of AI. Yes, ethical application of AI must be there. We have to think so that we can show ourselves that we are having that creativity. The Research Genius or any other GPT, that is the high level AI, cannot go with the creativity, what one human can do, what I can do. But if you are competing yourself, or if I'm competing myself about the memory capacity, about the problem solving capacity, about the question and answering, then definitely AI is the winner. We need to understand that they can have the huge memory and it is coded. Every book you can upload to AI and to do the analysis. And it is, you see that students also, if you are making the regulations also, and for political leader, it's very good. I think that they can use it as a matter of political, the support form that we are rectifying, as our speaker also saying like that. People may feel guilty after using AI. I do not know that. Yes, it may be there because we are creating this kind of atmosphere among the students so that we can again hide them the truth, because AI is not for creativity, it's for intelligence only. So we need to be careful, and I think that we will have the more and more research on it and ethical application of AI, and this kind of presentation will provoke people to think about the application of the artificial intelligence in an ethical manner into the different field. And of course, it will also bring the attention of the government and the other agencies, because they are also here, they are also in this international conference, so many from the government officials, and they will also think that how to bring it in an efficient manner, in a creative manner. Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh Aisban, and big hand from our side. Thank you very much. Now this is time to move forward to our another speaker, and here I would like to take the opportunity to seek the availability of Professor Dr. Z. Sentinathan. So Dr. Z. Sentinathan, if you are being present here, I would like to request you to raise your hand, because I am not able to find you in that participants list. So again, the second call for Professor Dr. Z. Sentinathan, Vice Principal and Head of the Department of PG Department of the Chemistry, Rock Arts Science College, Velupuram. So if you are being present here, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, we have to move forward with our agenda. And it's great honor and pleasure for me to introduce in front of you our another wonderful keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Sukhbinder Singh, the Registrar from Eudoxia Research University, Newcastle, United States of America, and as well as the Director from the Research Beacon publication, Mumbai, India. So let us welcome Dr. Sukhbinder Singh with a big hand from our side for his keynote speaker presentation.
Thank you so much, sir. It is so much exciting, and we are mesmerized by today's presentation, starting from our Professor Dustin, sir, and then Professor Hebrick from USA, as well as we have seen that there are, I think, yeah, so there are many excellent sessions that has been talked about, and today, and of course, the ethics in AI. But my entire focus is for every academician is about to propagate their research, their publication processes, and many a times the young scholars, especially this session, I would like to move towards those who are just starting their journey in research, and they want to publish their articles, and of course, from Research Beacon publication as well. We have to, okay, I think I would like to, share my screen, and then we'll move towards our presentation. And today we will discuss one very important aspect, that is for the publication, and also how we can utilize AI, which is very, very important, and how ethically, of course, as you all know, that in every publication house, whenever you publish anything, you have to declare, you must declare what you are publishing in terms of writing. Now, let's consider this, that I have a research problem, and I'm an early scholar, immediately starting with my PhD, and every academician has gone through that journey. Even if I'm a master's student or a bachelor student, now, of course, as per the NEP 2020, especially in India, you must go through your research processes. This is very, very important. But now there are so much malpractices are happening, especially in the name of publications, which we must address at every international conference, at every summits, every symposiums, every programs. We must discuss what are the lacunas that is happening, and then they are harnessing, the scammers are harnessing, they are also getting money out of our academicians, our scholars, because they do not know the process, or they must get scammed in terms of their publications. I will talk about these things in detail. I would also talk about the entire process of the publication. So everything must be very crystal clear, that how we can publish our own research articles in reputed journals, especially from good publication houses, the biggest publication houses, and to the credible publication houses, those who are running ISSN journals since the start of the century. So we have to understand that what are the things we need to keep in mind, and as well as how we can write, how we can learn the art of scientific writing, just by writing one paper which has no scientific credibility, no questions asked, nothing innovative, the novelty factor is none, and as well as the art of interpretation, especially in the data. So all those things we need to keep in mind, especially those who are young scholars. And I have seen the practice, especially in developing countries, that most of the universities, when you start your research journey, they will ask you, okay, you can do the literature review for 2 months or 3 months, and then you can write one review article. Now, this is another practice which I found very strange, because if you're writing a review article, which is an excellent one, then of course the experience of having that research journey at least for 5 to 10 years is very vital. But in other words, if you're writing it exceptionally well, of course, you can write a review article within 3 months of your research journey. But in general, my focus is always in terms of the manuscripts that we have. Now, let's start a preparation, how we prepare a particular manuscript. There are so many, I mean, of course, we talk about this in our faculty development programs. We talk about this in our workshops. And you must understand that whenever you're writing a story, especially your research article, you must adopt scientific writing. You have to prepare it really, really well, make it more intriguing and interesting. Now, easier said than done, but it is very important and imperative that the entire framework must be very clear in your head. Why you are writing, what is the title of your article, how attractive you can make, how in terms of in sync with the SEO title that you can make, so that anyone who searches in the domain, your publications once published will always pops up and you will get higher number of citations. What are the different kind of formats that I need to look upon? What are the current trending formats which is going on? What are my targets about the journal? Which journal I'm targeting? In which quartile this journal is? What is the site score of the journal? Does journal has previous publications which is similar in sync in content? And one more thing is very, very important. Their review processes, the peer review processes is very important. And that is why we always look at the site score. We always look at the impact factors. And we always look that if any journal we are targeting, it should remain in that particular publication houses, and it should be free from any scam or predation, or clone journals will be avoided. So this is very important. Now let's come to the AI, because everyone talks about the, and this is to talk about the town, because AI, artificial intelligence, now penetrated into scientific writing as well. Now, my suggestion is that yes, we can take the help of the AI, but it's similar that how we are referring a journal. For example, if I have something in my mind and I want to refer something, that if I'm going in the right direction or not, I will look at the journals, I will look at the previous workers, those who have done that, and then I will try to integrate their information in my manuscript and cite them. This is called the ethical part of writing. Then I will draft everything. And then I will take the help of AI tools to create something which is my imagination. Very important. Because remember, AI will not work an inch if you are not writing down the prompt. It's how intelligently you can write down your prompt, especially making sure that whatever creativity or the critical thinking or the questions you are asking or the specific part that you are asking must answer. And of course, we should not blindly follow the AI answers. We have our own intuitiveness, how much we can take it from the AI, what is the correct form. And sometimes, and it is a very classic example, because I think Altman in 2023 state that, when he created OpenAI, he said that if you ask OpenAI a simplistic questions, like what time it is, can you give me an image of a time or of a clock? Every time the image is given, it is 10:10. No other images has been given. So that means the AI is using the existing data, which is already there, and it is just giving you that particular information without having involvement in any in your prompt. So this is how we have to react. Now, coming back to the scientific publications, as I have said, that AI has prospered. Now you can think about a particular framework. You can make a manuscript, write down the first part, which is very, very important, the title, attractive title, then your keywords, which is very important. Make sure your keywords are very generalized keywords, which is used by the scholars or the readers to collect or to search your paper. This is very important. And of course, it should be in sync with the title as well. Then comes the introduction. Now, in the introduction, I have seen many a times, because we have our international innovation program where a lot of our IPNs are giving their manuscripts. They want to publish in Scopus. We want to talk about their manuscript drafting, their processes, how they interpret their data. But the one important thing is when you write down the introductions, now the things are, you are saying, you are connecting one story, you are building one story, that what is the research problem that you have highlighted, and with a proper research problem statement where you are targeting what has already happened. That means you are significantly highlighting the research gap. And once you do that with authoritative, then you discuss what I have done, which is very, very remarkable. And then you move towards your methods, your methodologies that you have adopted. Also, you will look into your results. What kind of results I have got? What are the my predecessors who are working in the same field have got? And why my results are so much better, so much intuitive, and so much excellent in terms of whatever the main response which I'm looking for. That means whatever the main thing which I'm addressing, is it being satisfied or not? And then how I have interpreted my data. Very important, critical of it all. And I will tell you one example also today, just for a short, how we can look for that part as well. Because whenever I'm interpreting my data, it must be in excellent format rather than a simple table. If you are giving it in an infographics, if you are giving it is something what we call in a statistical analysis, that is what we call the art of interpretation. We have to learn that. And this only comes with reading, with experience, with talking to your peers, and also take the help of AI tools, because AI tools are always your friend who will giving you certain kind of data, and only you can decide that what you want to fill in terms of your own intelligence can work, and then you can write down a perfect draft. And then, of course, we will target a particular journal, and we'll move forward in that direction. Now, the main thing I'm emphasis on is the scientific writing. Please make sure that in your entire manuscript, one very important aspect is there, that the key findings that you have preserved and you are highlighting, you must represent it in an enormous way, in an excellent way, so that it excites the reader. Now, if you are targeting Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4 journals from Scopus, or if you are targeting Web of Science, if you are targeting IEEE journals, Sage journals, Wiley, there are so many good publication houses from Web of Science, from Springer. All these journals will look forward for your attractive and as well as a remarkable sense of how you're representing your data in a unique way, which has not been represented before. So this is how we think as an academician, as a researcher, we should think. And then we can take the help of AI as well. But of course, in every publication house, you have to always make sure, and they will ask you, once you go for the submission, they will ask you, are you using any AI generative chat GPTs, or you're using, where you're using, why you're using? You have to declare all those things. Now, and especially for writing purposes, they are saying that you must declare. And that is why my humble request is that we always take the assistance from the AI, but always make sure that your own work should have your own voice. This is very important. It should not be a voice of an AI. So in this way, a data-driven things, and those laborious things, which is the monotonous things, that can be done by the AI, because AI is something like which is doing a monotonous work. Yes, okay. Let me state one example. For example, if I want to do an extensive literature review, okay, for my topic, I will go to Semantic Scholar. I will go to maybe our own chat GPTs, which I just shared. I will go to Research Genius. I will go to to a chat GPT and ask about the entirety of my literature review. That can be tabulated, and nowadays, of course, there are so many things that you can do. You can download the PDF, you can highlight, you can summarize your PDF in 1 or 2 lines, which you want to get into your own publications. And that is how you can write down an interesting story. So nowadays, we don't need to read the entire PDF. Or, I mean, of course, in olden days, we used to read our all manuscripts, and then we highlight certain things that, yes, these things we can take in our own manuscript and cite this particular manuscript. But these kind of laborious works can be driven by the AI, but the craft and creativity of, and also the demonstration of your results must be done by yourself alone, which is very, very imperative. Now, let's go towards one example. And here, I would like to take the example of a particular manuscript. Let's say, for example, those who are from the qualitative research. Let's talk about them. For example, if I'm from education, I'm from linguistic, if I'm from, let's say, social sciences. Now, my manuscript, if it is a very generalized manuscript where we have taken the sample size and I've done maybe a random sampling, or maybe I've done a survey method, and then I prepared the entire things, I've compared the results. Now, to be very honest, as an editor of a journal, in a Q1 journal or a Q2 journal, I need something more. I need something intuitive. This is a very generalized thing that we are presenting, and I'm sorry, we are not able to ready to publish this freely. Very important, because we'll talk about the free publications in every publication houses. We are not talking about the article processing charges where you are giving hundreds and thousands of dollars for article processing charges. And even then, the peer review process is there. So it is not like that you are just giving APC. Yes, the editor will think that, yes, the APC charges are coming, so let them send it for a peers. And if peers agree, or if someone agrees, we will publish it. But I'm talking about free publications where everything is driven by the excellent results and the art of interpretation and your writing skills. So you have to learn these things. Now, let's consider if you're a social scientist and you're a qualitative researcher, can you integrate a quantitative research design? Can you have a mixed method in your manuscript, which make it very unique? For example, if a scholar from let's say an education will learn that how I can integrate a particular model in my research, and then how I can put it into my own research as a manuscript, then it will be a fantastic part. Now, for example, he's studying some particular responses. Now, let me take one example, short example, and I will give you one short linear model. Let's say if I'm studying the ability of the mental happiness ability of a particular student sections who are doing, let's say, yoga. So this is, I think this discussion I have done 1 or 2 days ago, so it's fresh in my mind. So if I want to study the mental happiness, of course, I will go for how I quantify happiness. Mathematically, how I can quantify happiness. So index of happiness is there. There are so many models are there. Now, if I want to make my own linear model, I will go for, okay, what are the positive things that are affecting to these students, to those who are doing yoga? They are more happy. That is my entire story. Then I will take one response, that is the happiness, index of happiness equals to x1, x2, x3. These x's are the factors which are positively influencing. And then I prepare a linear model, and I will do the survey analysis. I will prepare my questionnaire as per my model, and then I spread it out to various universities, colleges, those who are having yoga classes or gurukuls or in India. I'm just giving you a random example. And then when I collect the data, I will analyze it in a holistic manner, not in a simplistic tabulated form where I just discuss it. I will also now make sure that whatever of my mental happiness, which is a prime response, how it dealing with certain factors. So I will prepare a 3D model. I will give you a contour plots. I will give you a parity charts. I will also discuss about the entire regression analysis in two-way ANOVA. I will do maybe certain more factors I will take. In this way, I will prepare one mathematical model and give it to you to everyone, those who are studying from across the world, because remember, my manuscript must have a holistic approach towards the world, even if I'm doing a demographic analysis. And then 110%, the peers or the editors will find it interesting and send it for the peer reviews. And then when the peers will look at into it, they will say that it's an excellent part, and a qualitative researcher has done a mixed method research with a very intriguing, very interesting idea. This interesting idea, as well as the unique results, will make your publication very, very simple. Apart from that, if you are highlighting it as a graphical abstract, if you're giving certain supplementary informations, if you are using correct softwares in a right manner, and your interpretations are right, your references are well validated, I'm sure you can have a good publication and a Q1 publication within the timeline of, let's say, 1 or 2 months. But here comes lies the main aspect of scammers. Nowadays, I have seen many of part that, you can pay, let's say, some US dollars, and you can have a publication in 5 days. Someone is saying that, no, 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 I mean, you don't need even 5 days, 1 day, you just pay. And someone is saying, no, 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 there's no need of payment. You can get an author's position, first author position available, second author position available. All this hoax and all this, we call it a academic cancer is there. So we have to eliminate this. Please do not be the part of these kind of scams. It is very simple process, but you have to learn. You have to do the hard work. There is no substitute for hard work. As an academician, as a scholar, even as a student, we are all preaching that we have to do the things in the right way. We are morally very correct. And I think I have read, and Professor Hedrick is also here from US, and he stated that in a teaching profession, it is not a job, or it is not something like you do. It is a pillar of a society. So we are the pillar of society as an academicians. So it's our moral responsibility to learn the things in the right way and present it in a right manner, and then we can have good publications very easily. Only thing is, you have to understand these limitations, and you have to understand the scamming part. You have to understand how I can publish for free. And that is why we have to run so many programs. Every time we are running faculty development programs, we are running the workshops to make sure that you will learn with us. We can do it for freely. There is no need to pay anyone, and you can publish it quickly. This is also very, very achievable, but you have to work hard. So with this bottom line, I would like to thank the entire organizing committee, our entire Eudoxia family across 193 countries, all the scholars, all the IIPians, proud IIPians, as well as the IIP PDF innovators and all FRAIL members, everyone who is associated, even those who are registered only for this conference. Welcome to Eudoxia. Let's learn with each other. And also, no one is perfect. You have to make sure that along the way, you will do mistakes, but you have to learn from those mistakes and do not repeat it again. So thank you so much. I would like to special thanks to our Honorable Chief Patron for giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk about this particular very important part in our scholars' journey. Thank you so much, sir. And now over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that was, I think, that another incredible presentation regarding the manuscript drafting and publication, and especially that what are the precautions we have to take for publication of our manuscript. We have to see that how these critical things are booming in the education industry. That is, you will submit your paper, somebody broker will come, they will take the money, and your paper, even the author do not know what is there all about the paper. As our Dr. Singh shared, that this position, that position, backdated publications, and you are now in 2025, you can publish in 2024. What is surprising? This is, I think, that yes, the cancer of the research system. And therefore, rightly, I think UGC also done that now no more that Scopus index journals are required. And earlier, that was Scopus index journals are required. And therefore, all the researcher, all the academicians are running after this policy that how we can publish our paper in an Scopus journal. But now it is all ISSN journal only, and you need to publish your work in a right manner. And you need to understand that your original work will be appreciated by everyone. It's not about that where you are only publishing. It's all about how you are presenting your work in an original manner, which is free from plagiarism. Yes, ethical application of AI can be there. Now the session is open for discussion, and we are moving forward to have the comment by our academician. First of all, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute Professor Dr. Rajesh Kannur, sir.
Thank you, sir, for unmuting me. I congratulate our registrar, Dr. Sukhwinder Singh, for his excellent and very practical noting how to go for publications. Of course, in Eudoxia, frequently we are having in sessions in an FDP, in an IIP PDF, okay, in an IIP, okay, frequently we will be having, because we are stressing on publications, and we are having our own house, okay, we are very, very ethically bounded, and they can publish it. But always consider that one the essential things, okay, foreign publications has to be kept in mind. Thank you, Dr. Sukhinder, for highlighting the crux of and how we can go for publications. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Rajesh Kannur, sir. And I think that we have to grow our ethics regarding the publication of our research paper into the various journal. I think that Anwar also raising a hand, and I have unmuted you. You can also ask your question, or you can add your comment. I have unmuted Anwar Bhuya. So you can also share your comment if you want to share your comment. And if you are having any question, feel free to make the question. The discussion part of this presentation is going on. So I think that there may not be any question, or he is facing any internet issue there. So now this is time to move forward to the address note by the keynote speaker. May I request Dr. Sukhbinder Singh to share some few words with our audience, with our academicians and researchers, so that they can have one short address note from your side.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First of all, giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk about publication. And of course, we are also in our research paper publication. Our main motive is for free publication to all. This is very, very important. But it must have an, instinct and in line with the ethics, with the guidelines. So I will invite everyone to visit our research paper publication website. You can send your paper. You can send your own books, and of course, and soon we will go for we will have one ISSN journal. So one big thing is coming with innovation insights. We are planning to have this ISSN journal soon, so that everyone, those who have the quality research work, those who can have an excellent manuscript, they can publish in our innovation insights free of cost, no charges at all. That is our main aim, to publish free. And my sincere request is, but please follow the process. Make sure that you have done a remarkable effort and hard work in your manuscript, which reflects with a smile when it is published. Over to our Honorable Chief Patron.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and big hand for our Dr. Sukhbinder Singh and sharing about the scope of your publication. Yes, in upcoming days and in upcoming years, we will have the numbers of journal from our research background publication, and there will be no article processing charge. Yes, of course, that those who want to publish their paper, if you want to submit your manuscript, research manuscript to our journal, then it is free of cost. We do not have that policy to take the money from the author and to to publish your work. So it will be not there, and I hope that in upcoming years, within the 2 to 3 years, numbers of journals will be there, and you can have the publication. I think that already Research Beacon, that URL shared by our register, works are going on, and good luck to all the academicians and the researchers, those who wanted to publish their paper in ethical journal, and journals are coming. So thank you very much, Dr. Singh, for such an incredible, wonderful presentation in this platform. Big hand for Dr. Sukhbinder Singh for such a wonderful presentation in this TECHNOVA 2025. Thank you. Now this is time to move forward with our another keynote speaker. We have found that our one of the previous keynote speaker joined now, and we would like to take the opportunity to welcome Professor Dr. Z. Senthinathan, Vice Principal and Head of the Department from PG Department of Chemistry, Rock Arts Science College, Belupuram, India. So please welcome Dr. Senthinathan. Wait a big hand from your side for this International Conference TECHNOVA 2025.
Good afternoon, sir. A
Very
very good afternoon to all, sir.
Thank
It's a nice occasion to take part in this conference in Eudoxia University. First of all, I express my gratitude to our President and Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and Controller of Examination, and the Techno 2025 Organizing Secretaries, President and Convener, and Chief Pattern. Everyone, I thank to all for this very extraordinary program has been conducted today. It is an amazing day also. We feel very much proud to take part in this conference, and we are very much happy to share our research concepts and what we learned through this academic the past 17 to 18 years in our experience. Before I share my thoughts and the things, I have just a brief introduce about me as I am. 1 second. Yes. So research ethics and presentation skill is my topic I have chosen. I am a Professor Senthinathan, Vice Principal and a HOD in PG Department of Chemistry, Rock Arts and Science College. So this is my base profile. I have 17 years of experience in the teaching, and I have a research experience past 10 years of research experience. I have published many papers in national and international journals and patents and grants. So I have been worked as a HOD for past 15 years, and now I am playing a role as a vice principal. I have been take part in the new education policy. STEM education, we have created awareness throughout many villages in and around Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, and then Kerala. In many places, we have visited in the rural schools. We have visited and create awareness about the science and technology. So this is my short introduction about me. Now I enter into my topic. This is a research ethics, the concept belonging to this research ethics. Now our professors has been explained many things before in all the presentation. Actually, today AI has make a lot of things in the research, but the scholar has to follow the ethics for to expose their research in all the forum. And through the help of technology and development, we have to build our research. The research ethics as research, once again. The research ethics has been involved the fundamental ethic principles, and then we know very well the variety of topics involving in the research, including scientific research also. Basically, the implementation of research in the experimentations or various aspects of academical scandal, including the scientific misconduct, regulation of research. Research ethics is most developed as a concept in medical research also. So importance of ethics in research. To promote the aim of research, such as knowledge, truth, and avoidance of error. To promote the values that are essential to collaborate work, such as trust, accountability, mutual respect, and fairness. And they must be accountable to the public, make sure that researchers funded by the public money has been held accountable to the public. To build the public support for research, people are most likely to fund their research projects if they can trust the quality and integrity of research. These are the main importance in the ethics in research. These are the 5 principles for research ethics. Discuss the intellectual property frankly, be conclusions of multiple rules, follow informed consent rules, respect the confidentiality and privacy, tap into the ethic resources. These are the main 5 principles of the research ethics we have to follow. Then the outline about the ethics. In this outline, we have clearly mentioned the ethics and success, ethical theories, data presentation, common reason for unethical behavior, concepts of ethics, meaning of ethics, good research and ethical research, the code of ethics, the student participation in research, employee participation in research, data collection, data presentation, authorship, the processing of funding reference. These are the outlines we have given. So this is the ethics and success based on the society, unethical behavior, incorrect or unacceptable. Social behavior shapes some of our ethical stance. Ethics and success are not crossroad, but assumed to be the underlying danger that success might be driving out. In today's world, a lot of research concepts and research innovations has been developed day by day, but there is a unethical behaviors are also adopted in the research forum that should be avoided, and the scholars should be freedomly they have to support with their ideas, and they have to be encouraged, and they have to bring all the things to the society that should be very useful for the next generation also. In today's world, the things has to be shared to all the levels of people present in the world. The awareness will help us to grow in enormous growth will be in all the areas by make use of the research in the ethics. Good research and ethical research. This is a good research is a concern with integrity, the soundness of data, where the research ethics is a concern, the data was collected. Research ethic is concerned with well-being of others, society, other people, animal. While concerning research does not necessarily to do. Conduct of individual issue in research ethics. These are the major issues. Conduct of individuals, conduct the things is there. Research fraud, mistreatment of lab animals, accuracy and honesty in reporting the result, plagiarism, violation of intellectual property, conflict of interest, principle to contribute the science as a whole. Check in research harmful to the society, to the individual. How university should resolve their conflict among themselves. These are the major issues in the research ethics. These should be avoided for the scholar to just extraordinary, and they can survey in the research forum, and development is also very huge. The ethical research, helpful resources, professional code, statement of moral norms by members, American Psychology Association, American Historical Association, government regulation, law, use of human as subject, experiment, religion, cultural customs, ethical theory, constitution ethical, and then the deontological ethical, and then the casual ethical, which ethicals. These are the ethical research helpful resources. And then what might lead to unethical behavior? Why some professors do not teach ethics? They are not qualified. By the time students go to the college, the character is already shaped. High expectation. We teach the mathematics, but not expect the student to be a mathematician. We teach ethics to inform, not to make the student ethics. This is a big challenge in the world. This should be avoided, and the scholar to be develop the knowledge, because research is a good strength and backbone of the any country in the world. Ignoring of the unethical behavior, ignorance should be leading to unethical behavior. Policies and standard of the schools and institutions should be taught to the student. Make sure that policy and standard follow properly, telling the students where to go with the ethical consent, which deem to talk to the need that. This is a main thing. Another one thing is the stress. This is a big challenge for the scholar. I must get this grant. I need to get published. I must meet this deadline. That should be avoided. Now in India, UGC has clearly said you can prove your novelty. If your novelty is good and your work is good, it should be published in a very quality journal. You have to focus, as our university registrar is in previous presentation, he has mentioned very clearly, we can publish our paper in a quality journals by make use of our novelty. We have to focus our work without any stress. And then getting some things might be more important than done. We cannot remove the stress, but we can teach people how to deal with it. The stress on teaching the virtue of science to pursue knowledge, patience and immediate result problem. Teach the student to talk to teacher, protest the load of work, design the experiment is not working, and it's lead to the data, change the design. As to help when they lead it, to help them when they ask it. When the things are not clear anymore, step back and think objectively, reduce the load of work, and teach the student to think under the stress. This is a good methodology to adopt the research scholar to improve their research skill. Good research and ethical research, already we said in the what are the things, the issues in the ethics. We already discussed this. And then this is ethical research. Here it is very simple. Helpful resources are there. We have discussed in the previous slide itself, we have said. And then the constitutional research focused on the result of action. The proper core of action is determined, likely consequence, rather than its rightness of wrongs. If they consider the welfare of the interests of the other, they call the iteration. The end justifies, that means the greatest good for the greatest number. The end result is what matters, good before the right. And then this is a virtual ethics. What is the person moral character? And his first time it happened with this person, how likely to deal with this issue honestly. And it belongs to the approach and the errors. Uncovering the error damage in the reputation and character as a research. What are motive behind that? Do I hold and against the person or to suffer, even if it is mistake, we're not international. The things is there, virtual ethics. And then here it is very clearly said integrity. And then we will set many profession code of conduct stress on honesty, integrity, and fair dealing. Virtual ethics may be helpful to the assign the violation of establishment normal forum of members and professionals. Limitations and then determining the things to be present here in the data. The limitation is morally good people don't always know the morally right despite their good intention. And then the individual nature of the approach provided the standard of morally accepted behavior in research. Honesty as a character and virtuality in the discipline as a codex. The data collection is very important in the conclusion of experiment. The importance of tools are also used, identifying the relevant variable notifications, experiment outcome, collect the data with the precision. The more various steps are to be people conducting the experiments. Learning period might be unreliable data. Training and resources needed. And then the data collecting during the learning period. Pressures to produce the data within the specific time support the hypothesis, overlooking some variable sources. These are the data collections methods in the research ethics. Then the process of obtaining the funding. There are a lot of funding agencies are available in all the countries. Government is also giving a good support towards the funding agencies. That should be make awareness among the research scholar through the proper guidance. Government has given more fund to the research work, and it should be properly utilized, and it should be get more award to all the peoples, those who are take part in the research. This will be leads to a good, healthy support for the research in the future generations also. These are the grants we can given here. And then the 6 norms of the scientific research are also mentioned here. The competence of researchers, capability to carry the procedures. These are the scientific research. And then the identification, consequence assessment, risk benefits. These are the things very important. Selection of a subject appropriate and the purpose to study the respective population that will benefit the research and the appropriate in numbers. And then voluntary informed consent is also very important in the norms of scientific research. Selection of subject appropriate to the purpose of study respective populations. Then the last one is research ethics is a public perceptions of research, its benefits and its risk and shaped by the way of researchers in conducted. And this is our conclusion in the research ethics. Ethical consideration in research are not principles that guide your research design and practice. These principles include voluntary participation, inform the concern, anonymity, and confidential potential for harm, and the result communications. Always, research is a big forum, and it is a backbone of all the countries for the science, for the development of the technology. In today's world, a lot of technology has been developed, but still we have to follow the ethics in the research to reach the goal, achievement, and target. Everything to be comes under the ethical concepts. We have to always follow this research ethics. And I express my sincere thank to the Eudoxia University for this nice occasion to take part in this conference. And it leads to a good exposure for me also to meet all the delegates. I thank our chief patron and our registrar and the members and the secretaries once again, and all the participants for a valuable time you are spending with us for listening. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for such an super exciting and incredible presentation by Professor Dr. Z. Santinatum. May I request everyone to give the big hand.
Thank you very much. Sir.
Wonderful, wonderful presentation
You.
and selecting truly very, very important topic for discussion. Now the session is open for discussion. I would like to take the opportunity to get the academicians' comment. Is open for discussion, and we have seen that Professor Santinatum selected a very important point, ethics in research, and it is trending. It is trending because the time is that we are using artificial intelligence, the time we are using research software, the time we are under stress, and the timelines are there. If we are guiding our research scholar, then they will also come with the thesis, complete thesis that, sir, you may sign and we wanted to submit because I do not have time. So these are the practical things that we have seen, and the situations are there in every college, in every university. We have seen, we have some guideline and we have to go with that one, and the timeline also. So how to overcome this kind of challenges? I think that, and what is your opinion about the last presentation? We will discuss. I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our professor, Dr. Rajesh Kannur sir here, a director from Eudoxia Research Centre.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for unmuting me. Congratulate Professor Dr. G. Senthil for his excellent and a very in-depth presentation on ethics, okay, especially research ethics and also in publication. As you told, sir, it is now it is very, very difficult to write a thesis or in foreign publication, because we have to be honest, we have to maintain the academic integrity. So when you're using an AI tools, it has become a cumbersome job to follow ethical things. But at the same time, we have to be very honest that wherever you're using whichever the tools, okay, we have to mention it and always be honest, and it must be in true, because the world, whatever we write, whatever we will present it, it believes without it believes blindly, okay. They will believe blindly, but we have to be honest to ourselves. Thank you for on highlighting the crux of an research. Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Kanur sir, and big hand for Kanur sir for such an wonderful comment here in this Technova. So now I would like to take the opportunity to unmute Dr. Sukhbinder Singh also to share your comment regarding the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Of course, very, very important. I think for every researcher, every student, for everyone, I think ethics is a soul for the body. And if there is no soul in the body, it automatically goes for decomposition. So we have to make sure that one element, if we can have, that is the integrity and ethics at any cost. This is more valuable than anything else. And of course, because as sir has rightly said, one part that we cannot remove the stress, but we can teach how to deal with the stress. This is very true. But we have to make sure that whatever the timelines we are giving, it must be realistic, and make sure that we always motivate, because motivation always helps to grow ethics, which I feel which is very important. If the lack of motivation is there, then the unethical activities automatically creep in. So we have to move in that direction. Thank you so much for presenting this wonderful, wonderful topic in TechNova. And we look forward to see you in many more international conferences. Thank you so much, sir. Over to our Honorable Chief Patron.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and a big hand for Dr. Sukhbinder Singh. And truly, this is a very important topic, that whenever we are having our research scholar and they want to publish their paper into the journal, they want to submit their thesis, even the questions are in front of our supervisors also, guide also. Because we have, if you are considering, say, Indian system, I'm country to country, it is different. I'm sharing, say, Indian system, one assistant professor can guide 4 scholar, associates are guiding the 6, and professors are guiding the 8 scholar. But whenever, say, you are working as an assistant professor, when I was working, then, okay, you can avoid some of the numbers of the scholar. But later on, whenever you are becoming associate professor, I was working as an associate professor in the university. And finally, I was, say, professor and dean. So pressure was there. That is not only to the research scholar, to the professor also. No, you have to guide 8 research scholar, because you are professor, you are head of the department, you are dean, and we have to fill up this one, because our university should get the good grading. So the grading system also, I do not say like that only the grading system is increasing the pressure, but anyhow, we are under the competition. We are inside one rat race. Every university I am sharing, we are inside the rat race, that how many scholars we can produce, how many theses we have published from our university, which one is the department giving us the good score for NAC grading, and as well as, say, our NIRF ranking is also there. So these competitions are going on in international level. That is, you will see the QS ranking of the university. So these are, I think, that somewhere putting us into the rat race, and we are coming outside the creativity and the quality education. And in this time, I think that Professor Dr. G.S. Santanathan sharing the ethics in research, which is very, very important and demand of the society. My request is also to all the university leaders. I know that so many professors are here, deans are here, your vice chancellors are here. So you need to also think that how we can bring some policy that we are not overloading our professors, teachers, and the students, and they can involve in the creativity. They can involve in the creativity, because inside, now I am not that much traditional system, and after being the dean professor, I move on my own and then different. But the practical is that if you are inside that regular system, then you are under pressure that you have to do that one. And from question setter and to the making evolution, from making the curriculum designing of the university, as I think that Dr. Santanam is the head, he has gone through this process. So we are making the academic calendar to the examination system. You have to look into that part. And apart from this, whenever you are publishing and there is a time-bound system, then scholars are adopting some shortcut, which is actually the cancer to the education and the research system. So we need some comment as a keynote speaker from Professor Santanatam that you should share some advisory note to our academician and researcher in this plate. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So is there any advice from your side to the scholar that how they should adopt the ethics in their research work?
Yeah, it's a lot advice. We all team members, researchers, we all are a team. So we have to give a freedom to the scholar. And in India, we have a lot of now new methodologies has been adopted in through the new policy, new education policy. It makes the researchers to be move in a very different manner in all the fields. Like in foreign countries also, they have given more freedom. The same thing to be adopted in the rural place also. In India, rural place have to be aware more things that should be reached. And we are surveying here around 17 years in rural colleges, and we are developing the rural student. They are getting more advantage. They are getting more knowledge from the our input has been to more words, because now our university has a center in India, so it is a very useful for us because it gives you more exposure to the students in rural place also. This will be very useful for us. Likewise, in many countries also, they have to take initiative to deeply, they have to see, and then it should be make very freely to move for all the scholars. That is my expectation also. And I give in this forum my submission also. All the professors and the deans and directors are here. We are all support to the students, and the next generation will be more in the technology. So my request also, thank you to all. Thanks. Thanks, on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And please give the big hand to Professor Santanatan for such a wonderful, wonderful presentation. And also his advice note, as we see that he was sharing that from the rural place also, all the research scholar now doing quality research work. And of course, the National Education Policy 2020, NEP 2020, bringing the scope to the scholar. And they are having even now funding, more funding opportunity also, because the funding agencies are also increasing and the foreign direct investments are now allowed in India. So I think that, and whenever students are doing quality work, my request to all of the professors, universities, we can go for collaboration, student exchange programs, because today in this international conference, the professors from United States of America, from Japan, from India, from Canada, you are from different countries. And we have to think about that how our students from one country can visit the other country lab. They can see the infrastructure. They can see the how the laboratories are there and how you are working. I think that it will create one wonderful environment for the research scholar to bring the quality research work into the work, and they can address the problem with their own solution. Thank you. Thank you very much, and big hand to Professor Santanatam for such a wonderful presentation. Now this is time to move forward to our another keynote speaker. And here we are having Dr. Rusi Goswami, Associate Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, IIS, deemed to be University, Jaipur. So may I request Dr. Rusi Goswami to raise your hand if you are being present here, because I am not able to find out here that with your name of the device. And yeah, so I am requesting you, you can drop one message also if you are here in this platform of TECHNOVA, then we would like to unmute you and we wanted to go for your presentation. And this is the second call for Dr. Rusi Goswami, and she is also the founder, director of Writers Reservoirs India, and founder, director from Dhanwani Foundation Group, Jaipur. So if you are being present here, you can raise your hand, you can drop one message, we can unmute you, and you can go for your presentation. Yeah, we are having from our moderator one message. She's inside the university. All right. So I think that we can adjust later on about her presentation, because in the post-lunch session also, we are having